I'm sure you've heard the news, the Middle East is on edge. Today, let's break down the latest developments. The situation in the Middle East has taken a turn for the worse. Israeli airstrikes on Gaza have resulted in casualties, in retaliation for ongoing rocket attacks from Gaza. Pressure on the Israeli government to act against Hamas, which controls Gaza, is mounting. Meanwhile, the Palestinian Authority is struggling to maintain control in the West Bank. In Lebanon, Prime Minister Hassan Diab has resigned amid protests and calls for reform. This comes during a severe economic crisis and following the devastating Beirut port explosion. Adding to the tension, Israel's plans to annex parts of the West Bank have drawn international condemnation. This move is seen as a threat to the two-state solution. Regionally, these tensions are already causing a rise in oil prices due to concerns about global energy supplies. Neighboring countries like Egypt and Jordan are also on high alert. The international community is urging calm, but it's uncertain if this will be enough to prevent further escalation. Stay informed as we continue to monitor the situation. Like and subscribe for more updates, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is Breaking News Hub, bringing you the facts as they unfold. The Middle East has long been a region fraught with conflict and tension. From the early 20th century, when the Ottoman Empire dissolved, to the establishment of Israel in 1948, the region has seen numerous wars, uprisings, and peace efforts. Each event has left a lasting impact on the geopolitical landscape, shaping the current state of affairs. Over the decades, various international bodies, including the United Nations, have attempted to mediate peace in the region. Despite numerous resolutions and peace treaties, lasting peace has remained elusive. The complexities of the region, with its diverse cultures, religions, and political interests, make it a challenging environment for diplomacy. In Gaza, the humanitarian situation is dire. The blockade imposed by Israel and Egypt has severely restricted the movement of people and goods, leading to widespread poverty and unemployment. Basic necessities like clean water, electricity, and medical supplies are in short supply, exacerbating the suffering of the civilian population. Many residents of Gaza have shared their stories of hardship and resilience. Families struggle to make ends meet, children face disruptions in their education, and healthcare facilities are overwhelmed. Despite these challenges, the spirit of the people remains unbroken, with many continuing to hope for a better future. In Israel, the situation is equally complex. The country has made significant advancements in technology, healthcare, and infrastructure, becoming a hub of innovation in the region. However, the constant threat of rocket attacks and the ongoing conflict with Gaza and the West Bank create a sense of perpetual insecurity among its citizens. Israeli citizens often share their experiences of living under the threat of rocket attacks. Sirens and bomb shelters are a part of daily life, and the psychological impact of this constant threat cannot be underestimated. Yet, like their counterparts in Gaza, many Israelis remain hopeful for a peaceful resolution to the conflict. The West Bank presents another layer of complexity. Israeli settlements in the West Bank are a major point of contention, with Palestinians seeing them as an encroachment on their land. The Palestinian Authority, which governs parts of the West Bank, faces its own set of challenges, including internal political divisions and economic difficulties. Protests and clashes between Palestinians and Israeli forces are a common occurrence in the West Bank. These confrontations often result in casualties and further inflame tensions. The international community has repeatedly called for a halt to settlement expansion and for renewed peace talks, but progress remains slow. Lebanon, meanwhile, is grappling with its own set of crises. The country is in the midst of a severe economic downturn, with skyrocketing inflation, unemployment, and a collapsing currency. The Beirut port explosion in 2020 was a devastating blow, causing widespread destruction and further straining the country's resources. Lebanese citizens have been vocal about their frustrations, taking to the streets to demand change. Many have shared their stories of economic hardship, with families struggling to afford basic necessities. The resignation of Prime Minister Hassan Diab was a response to these protests, but the road to recovery remains long and uncertain. On the international stage, leaders from around the world are closely monitoring the situation in the Middle East. Diplomatic efforts are ongoing, with many countries advocating for a two-state solution as the best path to peace. However, achieving this goal requires significant compromises from all parties involved. The impact of Middle East tensions extends beyond the region, affecting global markets and energy supplies. Oil prices have been volatile, with concerns about potential disruptions to supply routes. Countries that rely heavily on Middle Eastern oil are particularly vulnerable to these fluctuations, highlighting the interconnectedness of global economies. Neighboring countries like Egypt and Jordan are on high alert, bolstering their border security to prevent any spillover of violence. Both countries have played key roles in mediating peace in the past and continue to advocate for stability in the region. Their efforts are crucial in maintaining a delicate balance of power. The United Nations and other international organizations are actively involved in peacekeeping and humanitarian efforts. They provide aid to those affected by the conflict and work tirelessly to bring all parties to the negotiating table. The road to peace is fraught with challenges, but the commitment of the international community remains steadfast. Around the world, people are showing solidarity with those affected by the conflict. Protests and demonstrations have taken place in various countries, calling for an end to the violence and for a just resolution to the conflict. These global movements highlight the widespread concern and the desire for peace. Humanitarian organizations are on the ground, providing much-needed assistance to those in need. From medical supplies to food and shelter, these efforts are crucial in alleviating the suffering of the civilian population. The resilience and dedication of aid workers are a testament to the human spirit in times of crisis. Despite the challenges, there are glimmers of hope. Peace rallies and calls for unity are taking place, with people from all walks of life coming together to advocate for a peaceful resolution. These efforts remind us that, even in the darkest times, the desire for peace and justice can bring people together. Here at Breaking News Hub, we are committed to bringing you the latest updates and in-depth analysis of the situation. Our team of dedicated journalists is working around the clock to provide accurate and timely information. We believe that staying informed is the first step towards understanding and addressing the complexities of the conflict. Like and subscribe for more updates and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement helps us continue to provide quality journalism and keep you informed. This is Breaking News Hub, bringing you the facts as they unfold. Stay tuned for more updates and thank you for watching.